Well, I did an interview with Jason Begay, who's the Scientology actor that you're talking about.
Yes.
Jason left Scientology about 8 months ago, I believe. And he had been in for 12 years, and he wanted to talk about his experiences. He had reached out to Andreas Helder-Lund, who has the #1 site critical of Scientology on the net, Xenu.net. And Andreas suggested that Jason sit down and do an interview with me on camera. So a couple of weeks ago, that's what happened. I went up to Jason's home in Malibu and met his family, and he sat down and graciously talked for a couple of hours about why he got into Scientology and why he got out. And I put up a 3-minute tease of that interview last weekend. And that tease became incredibly successful and popular on YouTube. It was garnering worldwide attention. Yesterday afternoon, it had reached 595,000 hits in just a matter of a few days. And suddenly, my account was canceled. Now, YouTube claims that Scientology had nothing to do with the cancellation. And Scientology claims they have nothing to do with the cancellation. And I'm not one to point fingers and blame people for things that didn't actually happen. I don't know for sure that Scientology had any connection to it. What led up to the cancellation of my account, though, was very suspicious. My friend Tori Crispin had a YouTube account. She was in Scientology for 30 years. And I had set her up with a YouTube account and bought her a webcam, and she had been recently talking about her experiences. Just a couple of days ago, her YouTube account was canceled with no explanation to her whatsoever. People across YouTube and across the net complained to YouTube, and YouTube put her account back up. Now, in the meantime, Scientologists were gloating on alt-religion Scientology, a news group. Ha, we got Tori, and we're coming after Bunker next. Then, as soon as Tori's account goes up, the next day, my account is canceled. And YouTube and Scientology both claim they have no connection, and there is no tangible connection that I can see so far, but it certainly does look suspicious. They've done plenty of bad things over the history of the organization that it's easy to believe they're capable of anything. And I tend not to go for conspiracies and blame them immediately for everything. It just is an odd circumstance that Tori's account goes down, it comes back up, my account goes down, just within a matter of, a day. But here's the deal. It's really hard to get through to YouTube. They make it virtually impossible. But there has been such an avalanche of protests about the removal of my channel that they actually called me. And they are swearing up and down that Scientology had nothing to do with it. But when I ask them, okay, well, who complained about my channel, they refuse to tell me. They say it wouldn't be proper for them to do. And I don't quite understand that. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that it's not Scientology, but why can't they just tell me who complained? It seems like it would be a reasonable enough thing to do. This is not a priest, parishioner type of, solemn vow.
Right.
This is not a doctor-patient type of situation. If somebody complained about my channel and got it removed, I should at least know who complained. And yet they refuse to tell me that. However, now let me give you a little bit of the convoluted backstory here, and I will tell you the one person who I believe can solve this whole situation. I had a YouTube channel that was very popular until late January or so, when that first YouTube account was canceled. It happened that on a particular day, I got a takedown notice from Viacom for a Stephen Colbert clip that was copyright infringement. Within an hour, I got another copyright infringement claim from the Church of Scientology about the Tom Cruise videotape that was all over the net. This happened back to back. Before I had a chance to respond, because in their takedown notice they say, well, please remove the clips or we'll have to take action. Well, before I had a chance to remove the clip, my first account was gone. Boom. Gone. And, well, okay. Well, that sucks. But I moved on. I opened up a second account and started uploading my material again and made sure that there was no copyrighted material in there at all. It's all strictly my stuff in the second account. Well, now, YouTube says that because my first account was canceled, I was never supposed to have a second account to begin with. And that's in their bylaws. And, all right, if that's the case, I understand that. But they won't tell me who complained about the second account and got the second account canceled, which I find odd. They also tell me, well, it was your first account was canceled because of the Stephen Colbert clip. But they don't acknowledge the fact that on the exact same day I got the Church of Scientology complaint that is sitting here in my email box. It's all very odd. So what they've told me is that if Viacom will just drop their complaint about the Colbert clips, that they would be happy to reinstate both my accounts and everything will be fine. So it's just a matter of getting Viacom to say, you know what, we forgive him for having the Stephen Colbert clip up, and then everything will be fine. And I believe now the only person who can make this happen is Stephen Colbert. If we can get a hold of Stephen Colbert, I will humbly apologize for putting 2 clips of him goofing on Scientology on my site, and we can all move on. You know, I certainly understand YouTube and Viacom wanting to protect their copyrights, and that's acceptable. I understand that. But to have Tori's account canceled mysteriously, the threat that they're coming after me and then my account canceled mysteriously is just very bizarre. And the fact that YouTube is more than happy to say, listen, it's Viacom's fault. They're the ones who complained about your last account and refuse to tell me who complained about my current account. It seems really bizarre. And the fact that they only point to the Viacom things in the past and not the Scientology complaint on the exact same day, it just seems really wacky to me.